To increase your chances of picking the right stocks and potentially earn higher returns sa yung stocks or REITs investment, meron akong share na simple stock analysis tool na ginagamit ko sa pag-research ng stocks bago ako bumili. Ito ay ang Simply Wall Street. I like using Simply Wall Street because it's simple, visual, and comprehensive. And it provides most of the information that I need sa pag-research ng stock. This video is not sponsored by Simply Wall Street. Meron lang akong affiliate link na pwede mong gamitin to sign up for a free account para masubukan mo ito. And in this video, i-analyze natin ang FGen at FPH. So may mga nag-request ng stocks na to para magka-idea tayo if these two stocks are good investments or not. Let's go! So ito ang dashboard pag nag-login ka dito sa Simply Wall Street for the first time, yung newsfeed mo ay generalized. But the more you use yung Simply Wall Street sa pag-research ng stocks, nagiging personalized na ito. So dito lalabas yung mga latest updates about the stocks na nasa portfolio mo, nasa watchlist mo, or yung mga stocks na ni-research mo. Merong 120,000 companies worldwide ang Simply Wall Street na pwede mong i-research dito sa kanilang platform. And to search for a certain stock, so i-type mo lang yung stock code or stock symbol. So i-type ko yung FGen, first gen. Lahat ng information about first gen ay makikita mo dito sa stock page. Last price ng first gen and yung market cap and past 7 days na performance and past 1 year performance. Dito sa Simply Wall Street, meron silang tinatawag na snowflake analysis. So, visual representation siya ng 6 areas na tinitignan nila sa isang stock. So, dividend, value, future prospect, past performance, and health ng isang company. For each stock area, meron silang tinitignan na 6 areas din na chine-check. So, yung score does not necessarily have to be 6 out of 6 kasi wala namang perfect na stock. Start tayo sa FGen analysis. Dito sa company overview, makikita mo ang quick summary of the company, including performance and financial health. Here's the performance summary of FGen. FGen is good value based on its PE ratio versus market, industry, and its peer. And sa risk analysis, FGen has unstable dividend track record. If you want to learn more about the company, click about the company. FirstGen Corporation, through its subsidiaries, engages in the power generation business in the Philippines. Ito ang mga companies and subsidiaries under FGen. Ito naman ang competitors ng FGen. Dito sa company overview, makikita mo yung share price performance and history ng FGen. Pwede mong baguhin ang duration dito sa part na ito. Walang significant price appreciation over the past 10 years ang FGen. Nag-peak ang share price ng FGen noong 2007 pero hindi na siya nakabalik sa ganito kataas na level. May pag-asa pa kayang tumaas ang share price ng FGen? Before we check the valuation and future growth, punta muna tayo dito sa past performance ng FGen. So ito yung past earnings performance summary ng FGen. So, ang kanyang score ay 5 out of 6. So, nag-grow naman ang EPS and revenue pero mababa yung annualized growth rate. Sa EPS ay 2.9% lang at sa revenue ay 6.4%. So, dito makikita mo naman ang revenue and expenses breakdown. So, ito ang mga sources ng revenue ng FGen. At ito naman ang breakdown ng kanilang expenses. For some reasons, na-convert to dollar ang currency dito. Ang gusto ko dito sa Simply Wall Street, visual ang presentation ng data, which makes it easy to quickly understand the data and identify trends. So, super helpful in making well-informed decision bago bumili ng isang stock. Makikita mo agad sa chart kung growing or declining ang revenue and earnings na isang company. Growing ang revenue and earnings ng FGen, pero hindi gano'n kalaki ang growth. Ang baba ng annualized growth rates sa earnings versus industry and market over the past 5 years. So ideally, it should be 10% and above. So yung industry and market annualized growth rate ay nasa 10% pataas. Ang free cash flow naman and operating cash flow are consistently positive. So criteria natin dito is must be consistently positive and preferably growing. In summary, FGen has high quality earnings and growing din ang net profit margin. So 12.6% versus 9.6% last year. Sa return on equity, latest data lang ang available sa Simply Wall Street. Wala silang historical data over the past 5 to 10 years. So yun ang kulang sa Simply Wall Street kasi isa ang ROE sa mga key metrics na tinitignan ko sa isang company. Ang FGen's return on equity is considered low. Ideally, 15% pataas sana ang ROE. However, if we compare naman yung FGen versus industry, so comparable naman. So dito naman tayo sa financial health. So very good ang FGen dito sa area na ito. Score is 6 out of 6. So very good ang FGen in this area. Mababa ang kanilang debt to equity ratio at 48.2%. FGen short-term and long-term assets exceed its short-term and long-term liabilities. Ang utang din nila ay bumababa at ang equity ay tumataas, so which is very good. So now let's look at the dividend history. Ang current dividend yield ay 4.7% and mababa ang kanilang payout ratio, 18% lang. Since 2020, naging twice a year na ang dividend payment ng FGen. Nag-increase din ang annual amount ng dividend per share over the past 10 years. With its low payout ratio, FGen's dividend payments are well covered by earnings and cash flows. Now, let's look at the future growth potential ng FGen. Sa future criteria, 0 out of 6 ang score ng FGen. So mababa ang future growth forecast ng mga analyst sa revenue and earnings. Bababa rin daw ang ROE based sa kanilang forecast. Let's check naman ang management and ownership. Sa management criteria check, 4 out of 4 ang score ng FGen. Yung score ng Simply Wall Street dito, binibase nila kung gaano ka-experience ang management team ng company. Ang CEO ng FGen is Federico Lopez. FGen has experienced management team and board of directors. Dito sa ownership, makikita ang recent insider transactions. Good sign pag ang mga insiders ay nagbibilihan ng shares. Pero pag nakita mo nagbebentahan ng shares ang mga insiders, takbuhan na. In terms of valuation, mababa ang fair value estimate ng Simply Wall Street. So lumalabas dito overvalued ang FGen sa current share price. Hindi ako masyadong nagre-rely sa fair value estimate ng Simply Wall Street kasi napansin ko minsan sobrang taas, minsan sobrang baba. So ako na lang nagka-calculate ng intrinsic value. Meron na akong separate video about this, so watch mo na lang pag interested ka to learn how. So for the other key valuation metrics, PA ratio is low, price to book ratio is also low. So based on this, undervalued ang FGen. Dito sa Simply Wall Street, pwede ka mag-create ng watch list para malaman mo pag may mga bagong updates sa mga stocks na binabantayan mo at sa mga stocks na inaalagaan mo. To create watch list, itap mo itong watch list. Create new list, assign name, and then add yung mga stocks na gusto mong bantayan. And then pwede ka rin gumawa ng portfolio. Create portfolio, and then add mo yung stocks na mga binili mo. Input mo yung number of shares and average by price. And then, update mo na lang ang portfolio mo every time may binili kang mga bagong stocks. Next naman, let's quickly analyze ang First Philippine Holdings. Stock code is FPH. First Philippine Holdings Corporation engages in the power generation, real estate development, energy solutions, constructions, and other businesses in the Philippines. Ang market cap is 29.95 billion pesos. So based dito sa performance summary ng FPH, no risk detected for FPH. Ito ang automated risk check ng Simply Wall Street. Sa share price history and performance, malaki na ang itinaas ng share price ng FPH since 1992. So nag-peak ang share price noong 2013. pero hindi na siya nakabalik sa mataas na share price and sideways na ang share price since 2022. And sa past earnings performance, 5/6 ang score ng FPH. So ang 5-year annualized growth rate ay 7.4% for EPS and 7.3% for revenue. Revenue and earnings have grown over the past 10 years. Medyo mababa lang ang net profit margin. 9.1% ang latest. But the good thing is higher na siya compared to 7.4% last year. Free cash flow and operating cash flow are also consistently positive. So, very good din sila dito. In summary, FPH has high quality earnings. And higher din ang past 5-year and 1-year earnings growth rate ng FPH versus industry. Return on equity is considered low, pero better siya versus industry average. Ang ganda rin ng financial health ng FPH. So, financial health score ay 6 out of 6. So, na-meet niya lahat ng criteria check ng Simply Wall Street. So, bumababa din ang kanilang utang at tumataas ang kanilang equity. So, very good sila dito sa area na ito. Dividend payment history. Ang dividend yield ay 3.4% with a very low payout ratio of 7%. Stable ang dividend payments ng FPH the past 10 years. Twice a year ang kanilang dividend payout. Pero yung dividend per share ng FPH ay sobrang konti lang ang itinaas in the past 10 years. Sa dividend yield, target ko ay 5% pataas with low payout ratio para sustainable. Para ako maengganyo mag-invest sa isang stock, so dapat 5% pataas ang dividend yield. Management, si Federico Lopez din ang CEO. And so wala silang data sa recent insider transaction. So in terms of valuation, mababa rin ang fair value estimate ng Simply Wall Street. Kaya lumalabas overvalued dito ang FPH. Pero sa other key valuation metrics, mababa ang PE ratio and price to book ratio ng FPH. So based on this, undervalued ang FPH. Future growth prospects. So, walang sufficient analyst coverage to forecast yung growth and revenue for First Philippine Holdings. Super helpful sa akin ng Simply Wall Street. Pag gusto mong subukan, you can sign up for a free account using my link below. Thank you!